Hey everyone, we're here to do a crystal reading for the week of August 17th through to August 23rd, 2020. So we do have a new moon coming up. And for people that are new to my channel, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. As well, if you want to check out some of my social media, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and robinsealing.com for events and services with me. So our new moon is in Leo. I'm going to do another video for that, specifically under moon cycles, if you want to look deeper into the meaning of that. But of course, we know that the fire energy is really strong in Leo. They're known to be lions. They're very ambitious. So ask yourself right now, when we look into this week, how you are shifting, growing, and working more on your nervous system. So if I ask myself that around this new moon, I'm absolutely feeling like health is becoming more of a priority because I'm thinking about changes that I want to make in my lifestyle, and that's going to involve health. So when I think about different ways that I can start more activities, I think about my exercise plan. I think about actually taking more notes down when it comes to my intake with things, because lately I just haven't been focusing on that. So that's where the change is going to happen, is when you start to notice where you want to move forward and where you want to make changes, okay? So really pay close attention to that early on in the week. Because we're working with crystals today, for some reason I felt called to this one earring, which is amethyst. And amethyst is really, really important when we're trying to connect to ourselves, get back into that space, back into that energy. As I was saying with our nervous system, it's so important that we are exactly what I was saying. Like, that exercise plan for me is more about actually relaxation. So even though a lot of people associate exercise with weight loss, it's actually for me about my emotional well-being. So keep that in mind when you're making changes this week and you're trying to make plans. Just keep in mind about the body and mind connection as well. And just when you think it's one thing, it can often be something else. So it might be a bit of a tricky week for you, because there are going to be a lot of energy balancing pieces to the week, meaning there's going to be a lot of stuff stirring you up, meaning could potentially be upsetting for you, but there's a reason why that's happening. Because if we don't get a little bit upset, we will not make changes because we won't have a reason to, okay? So it's kind of like we need to notice things and start observing things on a deeper level, okay? So that's what our amethyst is teaching us. Then I have my gold sandstone, and right away I'm feeling a lot of energy in my heart center. So this new moon is actually about the heart. So ask yourself as well, when it comes to how you feel, your motivation, etc., are you feeling like you're hitting a roadblock, or are you feeling extra energetic? Okay, so asking yourself to check your energy levels, very important. As I was saying, the need for balancing. So asking yourself some deeper questions around relationships as well. Maybe you're not as happy in relationships as you want to be, because when we're working with fire energy, we want to be successful. And this is a great time for looking at where you don't feel like you're successful, right? Because we're trying to initiate changes. So the law of attraction is going to be exceptionally important this week, because what you are choosing to focus on is absolutely going to make a difference. Extra, okay? Then I have my hematite bracelet here, which I also sell. Each one is $10. And if you are in Canada, I can ship it to you, or if you're local, we can just reach out, okay? But it's really important to connect to the energy of hematite, because it's going to pull our weight down. So anything that's bothering you and upsetting you this week, make sure that you're focusing on healing, balancing, and that nervous system, if it's acting up on you, making sure that you are paying close attention to what is taking you down in your life. What might be holding you back, okay? And then I'm going to focus on my lapis lazuli here, okay? And lapis is a really beautiful stone. I tend to wear this frequently. And as I was saying, energy balancing, exceptionally important. So ask yourself, where am I growing as well? Where am I shifting? So what changes have occurred in my life in the past month or two that have really set the pace for me in my life? What is actually motivating me? Because if we are focusing too much on that lack, we have to actually see where we have been motivated, because absolutely there are good things going on in your life also. So this is saying to enjoy moments that matter. So last week we talked about slowing down, and this week you're going to find that the heart chakra might be acting up on us because we need to focus on different things in our life right now than what we have been focusing on. So big shifts. We are growing spiritually, but those emotions are going to be pulled around and shifted. They're going to shift. And so the more we can encourage that growth, the better it is. So the only way to really encourage growth is by seeing what's been working for you in the past. So asking yourself, okay, for instance with me, one thing that's been working is that I've taken a lot of things out of my diet that don't make me feel very good. So that's a plus. I know I've done the hard work in the past. The other thing too is that I actually like doing these healthy things. So that's another thing, is I tend to choose things that I like to do versus things that I don't like to do, because that keeps me motivated. So in the past I have been very successful in balancing my emotions because I'm choosing things like yoga, breath work, and things that I'm actually able to apply into my entire lifestyle. So again, making sure that you're being realistic when you are treating your heart. Treat your heart kindly. Be realistic in what you're focusing on, because if you're doing too much at once, it's not that positive, right? So that's probably why I'm focusing on the crystals so much this week, because it's definitely going to be needed. And if you can't tell, I'm out here in nature as well, so which is very cleansing. So making sure that you're taking that time for yourself as well to get a little bit of solitude in where there's so much rocky energy going on, literally. So I hope you guys practice this. I hope you follow through with some of those intentions that you might have been setting in the past for yourself, and really start taking a few action steps. And feel free to reach out to me about what some of those things are. I'd love to hear. Have a beautiful week, guys. Bye for now.